Hey guys, Huskers GBR here, or Rich, walking over to my lovely little blue, white, and black GSXR 600 on this absolutely beautiful April day. I guess it's now, I wanted to say March, but it is actually now April. I've been watching some of my past videos. I made a ton of moto vlogs last week in March when we got some nice weather, but April is here and it's about 62, 63 out. So April's been pretty good to us as well so far. But today, what I wanted to talk about, get the old motorbike started up here. She's already warmed up, rode her back from school, is smoking Cubans. And if you've been a really, really long time subscriber of mine, you will know that, and gotta watch out for this fucking gravel, so much of it right there, that I do occasionally smoke a fine cigar. I find them kind of tasty. I like the way that they I don't know, the way they taste, and just like the conversation that they bring up with my friends and stuff like that. And you gotta understand, when I say I smoke cigars, I smoke one maybe a lot would be like 1 or 2 a week, but normally it boils down to about 1 a month maybe. And I never touch cigarettes. I've done very, very little other smokable drugs. I mean, when I say very little, I mean very, very, very little. But I have a fine cigar every once in a while, and I had a friend that went down to Mexico, and he brought back some Cuban cigars. And if you're not familiar with the United States relations with Cuba, or if you're from the UK or Europe or Australia, I know I have a lot of subscribers outside of the US, surprisingly. I was actually looking at my YouTube analytics and could kind of see the breakdown of where everybody's from, so it's kind of nice to see people all over the world watching my videos and stuff, so thanks to all you guys. But yeah, I smoked a Cuban cigar. He brought some back with him from Mexico. They were H. Upmann something something, and if you have ever smoked cigars or know anything at all about cigars, build quality and flavors and stuff like that, and how long they last are a big deal with them. And let me tell you, the Cuban cigar, not to burst your bubble or anything like that, but the Cuban cigar, flavor-wise, was mediocre. It wasn't any better than the ones that you can legally buy here in the States. Build quality-wise, though, and as far as how long it lasts, I'm talking, this is about a 6-inch long stogie. I think it was like a 52 ring gauge. In the States, most of the cigars that I've had will last right at an hour or slightly under an hour. And this thing, of similar size, lasted probably close to an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. So I was very surprised with that. So I mean, the value is essentially like a 2-for-1 is the best way to think of it. It lasted twice as long as a normal cigar, which is nice. But I mean, there really wasn't anything special about it. And I guess that kind of goes back to the way things are with a lot of different products are good, in the world. You always have similar brands. The general item is very, very close. But ooh, what happened over here? Somebody did something naughty. Oh no. So I don't know what happened there, but anyways, you got products, and especially now with like HD TVs. I'm a pretty big techie, and Chinese manufacturers of TVs and stuff like that have came a long ways in comparison to their competition, like Samsung, and LG and Sony, the big name brands that everybody knows. They're not too much further ahead than some of the cheaper brands. Like I have a TCL branded TV, which is it's a cheaper Chinese one, but it's lasted me, gosh, 2 or 3 years, and it has all the features, 3 HDMI ports, all that type of stuff. So I mean, kudos to them. And I guess it just kind of goes back in life that just because something is name brand, or is perceived to be so much bigger and better and greater than what the competition is, doesn't mean it's true. So as I've said before, try not to be influenced by the media and advertising. That was something I had to learn myself in this cigar instance, just because I'd heard people talking up Cuban cigars for so long. And so as everybody, even if you don't smoke, I think that Cuban cigars is what everybody kind of holds the highest standard. But my experience, they were all right. It was a nice little treat, but not worth the cost, not worth the risk. I think it's a felony to have one, and you know, I would say just buy a nice Dominican or other branded one. But that's it today, guys. I'm gonna try to crank out a few more vlogs here on this wonderful, wonderful weather that we're having and everything, and I guess we'll see you next time. Take it easy.